Listen up. You want to know the secret to being the healthiest, happiest, richest, most successful person? Look right ahead at me. It's all gonna come down to your decision. And if you stick around until the end of this video, you will have the ability to make better decisions that will improve your life, which is your health, your mindset, and your wealth. And I've spent the past 4 years analyzing thousands of my mistakes, some which were as basic as forgetting to put on underwear in the morning, but others that were more life-changing, where I blew up my account and lost $30,000 in my first trading account, or when my business almost went under twice. And nowadays, I spend a lot of my time coaching others on how to improve their decision-making. And I've become a multi-millionaire in my 20s through investing and business. I attribute it all to one thing though, decision making. And my goal is to share with you a few examples either that I've experienced or coached others on so that you can radically change your life and make better decisions, not just financially, but for your health and mindset as well, and to probably stop calling your ex. Most of your success or failure are dictated by your decisions and actions. Don't get me wrong, people are dealt different cards, but how you play your hand dictates your success. So for every day you don't show up and someone else does, that's just one day you're falling further and further behind. But again, it's not too late if you want to start today. So the first example I want to share is I got dinner with a friend the other day who told me he made millions at 21 just to blow it all a year later. And he did the same thing at 28 where he made millions again, and then he blew it all a year later. He went to the club, he was partying, he spent all his money, and it turns out he was surrounding himself with these toxic friends who were rich, but they didn't earn their money like he did. And you're gonna hear me use the term root cause a lot. When I say root cause, is that it's the fundamental reason why the problem was created. The issue was that he was hanging out with people who were fundamentally misaligned with him financially and created an environment for him that was extremely toxic. So even if he gets better at managing his finances, as long as he's hanging out with that friend group, you're gonna get sucked into a heavy spending, toxic environment where you burn all your money, right? And most people go on and they're solving the wrong issues. They think, oh, I need to get better at solving this financial management thing, when in reality, it was their environment. Being able to solve for these decisions and knowing what the true cause of something is a very strong skill. And you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around. So it doesn't matter how smart or disciplined you are, you can't beat your environment. You know the 5 people I hang around are? Drug dealers. Actually, my mom watches my videos. That was a joke. Please don't call me mom. I'm kidding. But again, please be very picky with who you hang out with and make sure their goals align with yours, or else you should honestly cut them out. So here's another example. I had someone in the past who was reporting into me at work, and they were constantly tired at work and burned out, and they were making a lot more mistakes, and they overall did not have the mental clarity that they used to have. And as I dove deeper into the issue, it turned out that their personal life was a complete mess. And you see, a lot of people never go that extra mile to really make sure that they solve, again, the root cause of the issue. This person didn't get good sleep, they were constantly stressed, they didn't have any workout routine. So of course, all of that buildup and messiness from their personal life is gonna seep into their work. So what do? We got this person on a more regular sleep schedule, and we set expectations on, hey, like, you need to go to the gym 3 times a week just to get some exercise, get your body moving, versus just sitting at home all day and only doing work and then having your health deteriorate. And what do you think happened after that? This person had more energy, they started making fewer mistakes, and they had more clarity at performing well in the role. Here's the beauty of decision making, is that it's never ending. Adults make 35,000 choices per day in this article. Now, that sounds a little too much, and probably 20,000 of those choices each day is figuring out what to eat for lunch and dinner. Carly, I'm talking to you, Carly, yeah.
Interesting.
Tim, what are we eating? I don't know, okay? I gotta focus on work. I can't figure out when to DoorDash Chick-fil-A. Now, again, 35,000 choices per day does sound a little too much, but your decisions are never ending and they compound on top of each other. What we ended up solving, the root cause for them, was accountability. And guess what? This person has been going to the gym consistently for 3 months now. So figure out ways for you to create accountability in your own life on areas that you don't fully enjoy doing, but you know that you need to do it. So that's what I mean when I say solve for your environmental root causes. And if you understand that principle, then you can solve for a lot more of these problems or areas in your life. The next example, so there's environmental root cause, and there's also your personal emotion root cause. And your personal emotional root cause, these are mistakes that are made purely because you are not interested in doing something or you don't feel like it. So early on in business, I wore many hats. I kid you not. I was the janitor, I was the office manager, I was the customer support person doing tickets, I was a salesperson, marketing, product, you name it. What I eventually had to do and shift my focus was I focused a lot of my attention on the sales team. But you see, I wanted to be removed from the sales team. I didn't really have an interest in running it anymore. And what ended up happening was I became too removed. And because I did that, my root cause was not wanting to do sales team management. So I kept pushing it off and pushing it off. And if we just reanalyzed, revisited the past, the best use of my time in any given day was focusing on the sales team. And instead, I did everything in my power to not focus there. So what happened as a result of that? A cascading line of errors and mistakes in the company, not just on the sales side, but across the board. And it all stemmed from me not just putting my focus on the sales team. And so when we make decisions based on our emotions and how we feel, that's how we end up in those situations versus using logic. For example, excitement can cause you to overestimate your chances of success. Anxiety in one area of your life spills into other areas. Feelings of loneliness or sadness can cause you to settle with a significant other. Anger and embarrassment can lead to passive aggressiveness in the workplace, or animosity, or heck, even with your relationships outside of work. Or maybe at work, you don't want to do a specific task, so you pass on to someone else you manage, even though that person you manage has never done it before, and you're the best person for that role. I'm sure you can also relate to this. You don't feel like you're doing something, so either you don't do it at all, and then face the repercussions of it, or you do it fast because you don't enjoy it, or you delegate it. All of these ends up leading to mistakes, and it's important to identify the root cause of it, which is usually some sort of personal, emotional root cause that, again, stems from limiting beliefs or just how we feel. Once you solve your environmental and personal emotional root causes, you're going to be able to have more clarity to solve other areas of your life. So the biggest takeaway from this video is to be able to identify the true root cause of mistake or issue so that you can learn from them to improve future decisions. Mistakes and bad decisions are inevitable. You will make a ton, but it comes down to how we constantly improve and redefine our decision making over the course of many, many years, which will literally ultimately determine your health, relationships, and your finances. So if you like this video and would like to see more content like this, then please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please let me know in the comments what other videos you'd like to see next. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Let's go, baby. Game time.